Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show giving you a triple shot of good vibes. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Super excited to be with you again this morning. It is Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. It is May 22nd, 2023. We're almost to the end of May. How has your May gone so far? I need to know these things. Also, I'd like to know what is bringing you joy today. What's something you're grateful for today? Share it with me down in the comments. I am super pumped this morning because Dr. Loren Harris is here today, everybody. Okay, let me read. I'm gonna do that one more time. You ready? Get excited because Dr. Loren Harris is here this morning to join us on the show. And I hope he brought his bell. I forgot to ask him before the show because I'm not in charge of the bell when he's around. He's spreading joy throughout the world. He does a lot of different things, you guys. My favorite thing that he does is, of course, the Bathrobe Moments show, which comes on right after Project Joy Live. So you could literally have 2 hours of joy and goodness and gratitude and happiness and spreading all those things. So you should definitely check that out. He's on E360 TV as well as the YouTube, the Facebook, all the places. Okay. So really excited to have him here today on the heels of his Romania trip, which you're going to need some tissues coming up here in a few minutes because I'm going to show you a video that is going to make you cry. It was a beautiful thing to witness what they did over there in Romania, and really excited to share that with you here this morning. Let's head over to the comments today and see what's going on this morning. Miss Brittany is here. She's on the other side of the screen today. Miss Brittany, thank you so much for joining us all week last week. It was so much fun having Brittany on. If you missed any of those episodes, highly recommend that you go check them out. We talked about self-worth, self-care, so many different things, passion, connecting with your passion. And then Friday we celebrated, and Miss Judith came on the show behind the scenes with was it like a glitter wig? It was something was happening. It was so much fun. So make sure you go check out that episode as well from Friday. Susan's joining us this morning. It's her older horse Lappy's birthday today. I saw that while the intro was playing, and I added Lappy to her birthday song this morning. So get ready for that coming up at the end, because I'm sure Lappy will care. Lappy's entire day will be made by our birthday song. Demai DNA is joining us this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. There he is, the man of the hour behind the scenes. Dr. Loren Harris is here today, coming up shortly. Yes, I know that both Donnell and Angelique celebrated their anniversary this weekend. 23 years. Happy anniversary to you guys, bringing you so much joy today. Yes, we're so excited that he's here. And thank you so much for coming on the show, Brittany. It was awesome. Really quickly, you guys, I got to tell you about a couple national days that are going on today, because I really want to celebrate this. This is something that is so important. And we even talked about a little bit of this last week on the show while Brittany was here. It is International Being You Day. It is a day that it invites you to celebrate just being you. Just being you. That's it. You are worthy, right, Brittany? During this day, you're invited to explore what it means to be truly you, beyond the projections of society and our own need inside. I'm adding that, okay, for perfection. It is your day to discover the beauty of you and your unique capabilities. The invitation also creates the possibility to celebrate everyone's differences as well. Those are the things that make us unique. Doesn't always have to be this meeting in the middle of all the things that we have in common, but we can celebrate those things that make us different as well. It's also National Vanilla Pudding Day. Do you like pudding? I love some pudding. So you could celebrate being you by loving some pudding and having some pudding today. It's also National Solitaire Day. And I love the game of solitaire. It's one thing that it brings back a lot of memories of my great grandfather. He used to sit and play solitaire all day. It smoked like a chimney, of course, but like would play solitaire all day long at his table, and just really good memories, fun memories of that. So let me know if you enjoy solitaire, if you like to play. Also joining us from across the pond, there's Adam Duvall out in the audience this morning, and Sharon, one of my besties, is out there. Amen to our differences. Absolutely. And with that, you got to take a little look at a fun event that we have coming up in October here in Southeastern Connecticut. You guys, we are doing some fun hugs, as we talked about with Miss Brittany, and networking in person coming up in October. And then we're going to welcome Dr. Loren Harris to the show. Let's do it. Good morning, Loren.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi. I was reading the screen.
It's a little teaser. It's a little teaser there this morning. How are you today, my friend?
I'm awesome. I'm blessed, highly favored, living in dominion, like my friend Steve Segram says all the time, just like you. So yeah, I wish I would have had my energy pill that you took, because boy.
Okay. Listen, I went, what day was it? Thursday, I had to go to the DMV. Okay. How do you feel about the DMV?
Well, the last 6 years or so, perfectly fine, because I can do everything through the mail.
Yeah. Well,
it's before COVID, but
yeah,
before that, not so much.
Well, I moved, from Alabama back to my home state of Connecticut here. And so I had to change.
Alabama?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Goodbye.
Sorry.
You got your bell. Where's your bell?
Oh, there it is. And what a bell it is. It's a big old honker.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm at the beginner bell stage here.
That's where I started. I have it around here somewhere. Yeah, the call bell. But then that was a Christmas present from my hubby.
Oh.
Yes.
Love that.
He said you need to up your bell.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right. So listen, I had to change my license over to a Connecticut license, and I had to go on Thursday, and I already know, see, this is how we get. We're like, it's Monday, it's the DMV, it's, we make a mountain out of a molehill every time.
True.
So I was like, I am going to have a day. I'm going to have a whole moment on Thursday. And I went and stopped really quick on the way to get a smoothie with my friend Nicole. And I go in there, and the guy comes up to the counter. Okay. And he's like, what would you like? I'm like, are you okay, sir? Are you all right? You okay? What? No, like, are you okay? Like, are you you're having a good day? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like, you got to get in the vibe. I think I may have scared him, but I'm like, dude, if you're going to get out there and you're going to sell smoothies in the morning,
you got to come with a smoothie face.
Okay. Yes.
Smoothie spirit.
So I decided that this is going to be my thing. I literally, like, dancing around the grocery store yesterday, I decided I'm going to bring the vibe. If you don't have it, I'm going to bring it, and you can grab it. You can come on my party bus if you want to.
I'm that way. Of course, mine is primarily associated with my ADHD, but that is in fact my superpower. So, I'm gonna tell you something. And I wanted to just say about your show and the word joy in it. I did a show, I think it was last week, on joy. And the thing about it was, the only place I could find something on YouTube or anything about joy was from the pulpit.
Right.
And did I tell you this already?
Yes, because I was on that show.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Because if it was about joy, I was there.
That was a senior moment. Okay. I've totally forgot you were. Anyway, less about you. Back to me. So anyway, I'm just kidding. No, but I couldn't believe that. And I was like, it's so nice to have joy in your everyday life, like with your show. So really smart move.
Thank you. Listen, I'm excited because you're, and you don't have to like have the word joy in it. Bathrobe Moment doesn't have the word joy in it, but it's a whole vibe. Okay.
It is a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Look, Oh, are you? Oh, you want to have a ring off? No, you don't want to. You don't want to come for me today, do you?
Is
On a
that
ring off?
what we're doing?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Dr. Harris this morning.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay, so listen, you've been on the show before, but I want to get a quick little tell the people who you are, where you're coming, bringing the joy from today, and for anybody that's new to you.
Okay. Well, as you see, I'm Dr. Loren Harris. I live in a suburb of Chicago, Naperville, which I think it's 7 years running. I don't know who does this, but what is it? The best place to raise a family in America. The best city
Really?
to raise a family in America. Yeah. And I do. I love my community. So that's where I'm at. And I live here with my husband, Dr. Brian, who's a therapist, clearly. Well, I always knew. I said, God, I need either one of two types of people, a plastic surgeon or a therapist, because most likely I will need both. And
Ready?
I got one out of
Ready?
two. So, plus he's taking some plastic surgery classes online. So there's still hope. So anyway, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, but we both live here and we just love what we both do, which in our own ways are just serving people, and
Yeah.
it's you probably get this part. It's a very thankless job
Mm.
most of the time
Mhm.
because if you're not putting things out there that are triggering, um, things that speak to things that do not serve us or
Mhm.
all that crap that people love to, it's like you got to have a burning building or a flat tire on the highway. Those are the only things people seem to slow down for. Oh, and a
Yep.
good cat fight on the corner, you
Mhm.
know you know, if you don't have that kind of stuff and you're trying to serve joy,
Yeah.
you're trying to serve truth and all the things that
Mhm.
lead us to why we are here in the first place, then sometimes it can be a bit daunting or, because you just look at it and you go, are they getting it?
Mm.
Are they getting it? So it's like this. I just keep going. I just,
Yeah.
I don't care if people celebrate me. I don't
Yeah.
care because I celebrate myself, but I want
Yes.
people to celebrate change
Mm.
so that we can take what's already good to great and what is already great to greater. But if you went to like one of those really marginal public schools, I'll just say we take good to gooder.
Mm. Yes. Listen, that's all right.
Hello, cousin Nikki. I'm just saying. That's her thing. She said,
It's
"Ooh, yeah." She said, "That banana pudding was good, but I make one that's gooder."
good. That's it.
And then she probably spells it Godda.
G U
Gooder.
G U D D E
Oh,
R.
that's Gouda. That's the
Gouda.
cheese. I'm just
Gouda.
kidding. I know how to spell Gouda. So anyway, that's what I do. I
Yeah.
just get up every day. This is okay. Here it is. Here's the Reader's Digest. I should have just led
Okay.
with it. I do what God told me to do a few years ago, and that is,
Mm.
Lauren, you want to fulfill your mission in this world, do two things. And if you do one washes the other. And I'm like, well, what is that? Get up every day and do your best. Seek finding something in this world that this world has never seen that
Mm.
can serve them, which means you have to get up every day and be willing to become a Lauren you've never been. So
Mm.
do one and you do the other. And that's really what I do.
Mm.
So it's
That
not
was a whole
planned.
word.
What's that?
That was a whole word just in that, because like we talked about, it's National BU Day. Like, just celebrate who you are. And you know what, it's so funny because you talk about it being a thankless job, and you learn to celebrate yourself, and you got to learn how to do that when you're doing this work. You have to learn how to do that. And Friday Brittany was on the show, and the theme was celebrate you. I just want to celebrate everybody.
Britney
That's it.
Spears was on your show?
No, no, the
Oh,
other
that
Britney
one.
bitch. It was,
Brittany Miller. Well,
Brittany
keep it clean.
Floyd was on the show. Okay.
Hi,
And
Brittany.
but the whole point was to celebrate everybody. And I literally put the link out there. I said, I want everybody to come. Just come. If you don't think you have a reason to celebrate, come on, and we're gonna celebrate you anyway. And we had several people come on the show. And then Brittany's like, wait a minute though. Wait a minute. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I want to celebrate you. So here I am. Thank God I put sunglasses on. I'm crying behind the sunglasses because we're just not used to it. We're just doing what we do, spreading joy, making a difference, doing it. And then when you're like, oh, is that
Well,
how it felt when you got that little DR before your name as well?
That, oh my Lord. That was, do you want to hear the short version?
Yeah.
That was a real eye opener and
Mm,
heart opener for me. Seriously, I had no idea about imposter syndrome as far as it pertained to me. I did not know that I had a bathtub ring of shame still in my bathtub of purpose, if that
mm,
makes sense.
mm-hmm,
And that box came with the regalia in it. And I happened to be home alone that weekend. It came on a Friday. And I put it in on the breakfast table in our second dining room, the little one. And so you have to go past there to go almost anywhere in the house. Um, and I did not realize it until maybe 6 or 7 hours later that I was literally walking out the front door all the way around the side of the house, going on the deck and coming in through the slider just to not pass it because it felt like there was a dead body or something on display in the dining room. And I couldn't understand it. So I called my mentor, my best friend, Mark Hattis, who got his own doctorate about 6 months later and went through the same thing. So he threw his in the front hall closet. And he was like, I can't believe it's happening to me. And what it was is he said, take it out, Loren, hang it up, and just start becoming one with it. So that
mm,
was difficult. But that presidential lifetime achievement thing in December, shameless plug,
mm,
was the same thing, but not. I
mm.
know that sounds crazy, but it was the same thing where I was like, first of all, I panicked.
Yeah.
Oh shit, does this mean I'm about to die? How come this stuff is happening all of a sudden? It is, and the thing is, I'm so grateful that I've conditioned myself to accept a compliment because I love to give them. And
Mm,
when you give a compliment unconditionally, often it's not hard for someone to find something nice about you to say. So they say it in return because they owe you.
right. You guys, every now and then, Dr. Lauren's internet goes out, and this is one of those moments. And so we'll just give it a second. There he is. We're back.
That's Chicago internet. I'm just saying. So, but I found that I had to learn how to accept a compliment, say thank you.
Hmm.
Even when I didn't initiate it, it came in this direction first. But my point is, because then when a blessing comes, I never knew, Jessica, that I had an issue with unconditional joy, just wrapping my spirit
Mm,
around it and just
mm,
being able to be celebrated. We don't feel worthy, and it's so, but anyway, when it happens, it helps get you to the next level inside your own space. So
yeah.
I'm very grateful. But I'll tell you what, you better know the difference between ego and everything other, because ego will take you in a different direction. And so I always say this to people, just remember that everything you're being celebrated for, it came through you on its way to the world. So
Mm,
you co-created it. And just by always knowing and honoring that you are co-creating, it's never just about you, which takes
right.
ego off the table. It's a
Right.
shared custody agreement with what is greater than yourself. So that's how I feel about it.
I love that. A shared custody agreement with one that is greater than yourself. I'm gonna stitch that on a pillow. It's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Listen, you recently got back from Romania, and I have a video that I want to share with everybody. And then we're gonna watch that, and then I want you to tell everybody why and how and all of the good things. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's do this really quickly here. I'm going to pray that I hit the right one. Hold on a minute, you guys,
Oh,
because
you will.
it'll be my it'll be my luck. I'm gonna hit the one that has some kind of nonsense. Here we go. Here we go. Voi copii, dacă ați ști ce înseamnă,
Oh,
sunteți acum. Viața e un drum, avem și povești, uneori doare, uneori înveți, dar ești mai bun când oferi, că știi că ești mai bun. Hai să fim prieteni, prieteni, prieteni.
High self-esteem. 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 High self-esteem de novo.
But that anger, it makes walls around us.
There is a golden cord of purpose.
Există acea sfoară aurie a unui destin
that runs directly through Ferentari.
Care trece dincolo și prin Ferentari.
Do not listen to the lies that say you cannot be.
Nu ascultați minciunile care vă spun că voi nu puteți.
Because you already are.
Pentru că voi deja sunteți.
So keep going.
Așa că continuați.
Keep growing.
Continuați să evoluați.
And then stand in front of this world and keep showing.
Și stați în fața oamenilor și arătați.
Wow. So different seeing it back. I'm serious. I have looking at it. This right here. 47 hours of footage. And I've just started pouring over it because I get stuck on a 30-second piece. And next thing you know, I've sat there for over an hour watching it over and over and over. And I'll tell you what it is that I'm feeling right now. It is it's so many things at once. It's the joy of believing when you heard the call and you answered without question. See, that's one thing I'm so grateful for. Sometimes I think I'm the most stupidest thing on earth but I hear my friend Les Brown say, go ahead and jump and grow your wings on the way down. And I'm so grateful that God, source, spirit, purpose, they all work on a need to know basis, because if you knew the end part, half the time we'd be too afraid to start the front part. And what I love about what I saw there is just, from the children that we served, over 250 during the week, that place at the end where we were speaking was the ghetto, Ferentari, where that's the place where they always warn you don't go. The gypsies, and that's a word that to them is like using the N word for me. And we went and they performed for us and we performed for them. And every place we went, the Power of We Symposium is about honoring and celebrating not our differences, but our common ground. And there's so much of that if you only seek it. And so, our first day in Romania, which was an undisclosed location, and a lot of the footage we're not able to show the clear faces of the children because, for instance, of course, the first day they were in hiding. We couldn't even show pictures of the location until we were back here because, we were on the social media over there. But from those, you see anger pouring out of little ones, a year and a half, 2, and you see them, mimic things that they saw their abusive mentor, if you will, do, which is why they and their parents are in those, or their moms are in that situation. And then the SOS villages, which was just beautiful. It was like this campus of houses with 6 kids in each house. Each has a house mother, like Mrs. Garrett on that show from, way back when. And they grow up there from whatever age they get, their babies up until they're like 16 or 17. Then they move into these apartments with counselors as they usher them into their adult life. A regular orphanage where 100% of the kids, all their parents were deceased. And then the one where you saw where we were, all the kids were there and we were on stage and stuff. We had Romania's #1 magician for children there. We had Andre Dutu, who is an X Factor finalist from over there and Eurovision finalist. And that's his voice you hear singing in that clip you showed. And everything from a 12-year-old who they whispered in my ear, because you don't say this kind of stuff out loud out there, that the girl you're talking to is going to have a baby in a month. And I couldn't even tell. And 12 years old and not by choice and things like that. And kids with deformities because their mothers were in the system back when America, the world, was faced with all the atrocities happening over there with the orphanage situation. And they were huffing paint and things. So I met 2 little boys, 2 brothers, whose hands were all fused because of that. And just all kinds of stories. But the thing about it is, especially, there's a little girl in that clip. You might see the scars and burns. And a mother that was a heroin addict, an alcohol abuser, a prostitute, 6 other siblings. The house caught on fire, and the mother was so out of it. When the firemen were trying to do an accounting of the children, she couldn't even remember how many she had. And that one in the clip was the last one in, and they didn't get her out and in time. And she basically lost her face, and they put it on. But what sticks with me is not the sad part of the story. Was when I asked the women who brought them to the event outside alone, what happened with her? Because she's so every place running up for pictures, and you'd think with all this scarring you would hide. They said her name, and they told me the story, and they said the fire may have taken her face, but it didn't even singe her spirit. And that will stay with me for the rest of my life. And so another great thing about this journey to Romania was that it brought all not all, but 11 of my coaching clients went with me and were able to serve and do all the things that we've been working on and they've been working on their own, to a place where they are. I believe in getting people to a place where they are 1000% celebrated and not just tolerated. I tell my clients, don't you dare go and pay to play on a stage here in the States. My goal, my mission in my work with coaching is I promise my clients that if you do the work, I promise I'll provide the stages for that work to be celebrated. And so it helps me be accountable to my word as per the 4 agreements, to be impeccable with my word, and for them to get a chance to not just in their own backyard, to take their message across the globe and see, look, because once you've done something, you've done it. Right. There is no question about what you are capable of anymore. And that, in many cases, Jessica, changes everything in a person's life. And then finally, able to take every version of Loren, who had 22 homes in the system. I felt that, for many decades that my childhood was robbed of me, but it wasn't, because I have, my set down here is just, I have toys and things absolutely everywhere. And it's because I live in a perpetual state of play. We talked about this when you were on the show. And joy and laughter and that lilting of laughter on the air, how it's like a balm, this anointment to my spirit. So I was able to take every one of the versions of me that endured all of those various abuses when I was in the system here in the States. And they were able to see the place, or a place like the many places that they dreamed of through books and stories and National Geographic magazines. When we weren't busy looking for the naked Aborigine pictures. Oh, you did too. So
I don't know what you mean, Dr.
I bet you people from my era, when it was time to see a naked body, that was the first place to go. National Geographic. It was like penthouse. But anyway, yeah.
The whole trip. I mean, so I have to tell you something really personal because I didn't say this. I wanted to wait till you were on the show. But I played that little clip, the little teaser before you came on the air. We're gonna do an event here in southeastern Connecticut in October,
Yeah.
and I've been trying to like piece together what do I want this to look like because I'm not big on these rah weekends where you leave feeling all inspired and then do what with your life afterwards.
The Cinderella effect.
Yes,
it's all in the moment or most of it.
Just in case you wonder, that's what we will not be doing here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
But when I saw that video that I played for you all this morning, I thought I don't know how this is all going to line up, but one thing I want to do on this weekend is find a way for us all to serve together, because I think that it's an opportunity for us to grow as individuals, to come together as a group, and to make a real actual difference. I could invite you here for the weekend and we could network and we could have fun and we could feel all yummy inside. But what for what though? And so I really it's so important for me. I wanted you to know that seeing that video inspired me to make sure that service is at the heart of this weekend that I'm doing. And so I have to thank you for the work that it's not even the work that you did there. It's the ripple effect of now what people seeing that work and seeing those videos. Now they're going to be inspired to serve moving forward.
That's absolutely right. And I'm going to tell you something. Kudos to you for doing that, because, I stand on that slab of the sidewalk 1,000% of the time. As far,
please hold everyone while the Chicago internet gets its shit together. Please hold. I hope y'all are enjoying his story. By the way,
that's dollar store internet, y'all.
There we go.
Also known as Comcast. Sue me. Well, that's the truth. If you don't want people to know something, don't do it. So fix the cable. So anyway, you're right, because Jessica, I want you really, the fact that you even considered that and it matters to you is huge. I never wanted events where people became event groupies, just showed up to say they were there. I didn't want events that had a Cinderella essence, which means the minute the person goes home, everything turns back into a pumpkin. I wanted to always have something where something was planted that could grow and grow and grow.
Yes.
And I did not want to do all the heavy lifting because I'm a lazy man. So all I did was take one letter.
Yeah.
And I changed the M in me to a W and created we. And that was all it took. Because see, we have what our birthrights and our anointings and our divine gifts have for us individually. But there are multiple shades, like a paint strip, to that same gift or those same talents, that when you blend them in, the perpetual ever possible, always possible modern day stone soup story, where you pour what you have into the pot with others. You change the entire use of your ingredient.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yep.
My ingredient could be cilantro, but when I put it in that pot with everybody in Romania, it changed the flavor of all that I knew. So when it changes the flavor of all that I knew, I look back and I'm amazed at how in all the ways that I grew because of trusting other people and the time with my coaching clients, But I'm going to tell you something. When you have those events and you make it about service, you better be ready to stick to it because, people, they get sidetracked easy, shiny object syndrome, distractions. But when you can keep your team focused, people leave having divine memories, Jessica, not just fond memories. Wasn't that great? And what about that girl that ate all the fondue? No, that's a fond memory. But a divine memory is when 20 years from now, someone tells you, I'll never forget that day, Jessica, when I was at your event, when I heard one word in that sacred sentence that has changed my life and helped me to change the lives of others. So thank you. Yeah. And it will happen.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And just thank you for the work that you're doing. I had been sharing your website down at the bottom, thepowerofwesymposium.com. Can you tell everybody what they can find there, Dr. Harris, please?
Yeah. First of all, for the first 100 people that head over, you get a brand new car. So I'm kidding. It'll be this big if I have to stick to it. No.
Look at you being Oprah over there. You get a car.
First came the show, then came the television network. The magazine launches in a few weeks. All I'm missing is a best friend named Gail.
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay, and it hit. Man, dang, she got it. The power of we leave up what you see. First thing, I'm going to tell you why that website is so important. Because when God tells me what to do, where the next one's going to be, blah, 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 I don't question it. So I know that if I show my hands, literally, to the world, transparent, nothing up my sleeve, immediately when God tells me to do it, I am creating a new mindset that faith is a place, not just a thing. So there it is. I put that out, what you see in front of you, the very same day I had my person change it, because it makes me reach places I never could have dreamed I could. And so that's the first thing you're going to find when you go there. Proof that faith is a place, y'all. This was not anything I could have ever come up with on my own.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. Having accountability with yourself, what it has done for me the most is I used to be afraid of what I didn't know. The questions, I would say, oh no, I got too many questions. Now, because of faith being a place, when I peek through the doorway into an opportunity, if I don't see a bunch of question marks all around, I go the other direction. Because in my world, the question marks are proof that God is in it, because he wants me to trust. So you go there, you can find everything about all of our Power of We symposiums, the other 4, Atlanta, all the Chicagos, our first international one. We'll be putting stuff up there soon. You will find out who the people are that are like-minded, that sponsor us, because once a person sponsors anything, they are on this website for life. You're going to see nonprofits that also serve kids that I believe in, and I put their videos and things on here, resources, all kinds of things. So just go in and baptize yourself into an organic. It is not a non-for-profit, but it is a movement. And there is healing within. So come and get some.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, my friend, with you, your bell, and of course, Lucy Ricardo.
Oh, Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. Yes. Yeah, she's a modern girl. She likes all her names.
I love it.
Thank
I love
you
it.
for having me, Jessica.
Thank you. And thank you for continuing to spread joy in this world. I appreciate you. I appreciate the effort, the joy, but also the example that you lead, that you don't have to come up as a perfect flower to make a difference in this world. You can change yourself. You can change when you do that, you change the world. So thank you so much.
You really do. And if anybody, shameless plug in 3, 2, 1. If anybody wants to come over after Jessica's show, today I'm doing a solo show because I wanted to talk to everybody about your process of manifesting. Because I got a good one. I'm not kidding. I love my process. I'm not even going to backpedal on that, about seeing it into existence. See, a lot of people say speaking it into existence. That is the second part, but seeing it. Yeah.
You got to see it. You got to see it. Go check out Bathrobe Moments at 9 a.m. Eastern time on E360 TV. You can find Facebook, the YouTube, all of that. Thank you, Dr. Loren, for being here today. I appreciate you. We'll be right back after this, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Joy to the world, all the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Anybody else feel the joy this morning? I love everything Dr. Loren Harris is doing in this world, and I'm so appreciative that he was here. Him and his Belle and Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. I don't know how he says that every day. I'm so glad that they were here this morning, and really appreciate, like I said, everything he's doing in the world. If you guys have thought at all, maybe what's this thing she's been sharing about in October? I would love for you to just get in the vibe of seeing yourself here with us, to feel the joy, to be in the presence of each other, to grow as a human being, which I know is going to happen, but also to serve. I think that being at the heart of what we're going to be doing here in October is going to be amazing, because it's going to be amazing to see so many of you in person as it is, right? That's going to be great. The hugs are going to be powerful. It's going to be fabulous. Getting to connect with new people is going to be amazing. But when you be able to take home, I did something to make such a big difference in this world, I just think it's gonna be incredible. We got to get to our birthdays this morning, you guys, and I really want to celebrate with you this morning. So if you know anybody that's having a birthday today, please let us know down in the comments. In the celebrity world, Naomi Campbell, she's a fabulous model out there. Naomi Campbell has a birthday. Happy birthday to her. Actress Jennifer Goodwin has a birthday. I loved her in so many things, including the series Big Love, which was one of my favorite guilty pleasure shows out there. Okay. Also, there's a couple people in the LGBTQ world who have made a big difference in different things that also have birthdays today. Harvey Milk being number 1 and Barbara May Cameron being number 2. Happy birthday to you guys. Also, Alexia Mavericks has a birthday today. Happy birthday to you. And Jamie Smith has a birthday, who I saw a video this morning. He's a friend on my Facebook. He's a person on an airplane, and not a steward. That's not what I'm trying to say. A flight attendant. There we go. On an airplane, and he got to celebrate his birthday at 40,000 feet, you guys. Really kind of cool. So happy birthday, Jamie Smith. And also, as we heard earlier from Susan, Lappy the horse has a birthday today. So with that, let us get our birthday song on. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Naomi Campbell, Jennifer Goodwin, Harvey Milk, Barbara May Cameron, Alexia Mavericks, Jamie Smith, and Lappy the horse. Happy birthday to you. happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today. Wishing you an amazing day. Also, if you celebrated over the weekend as well. We have an incredible week coming up here on the Breakthrough Show Network. So I want to tell you about a few good things that are happening. First of all, Rewriting Reality is coming on with special guest Joel Solomon today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Also tomorrow and through Friday, we'll be back here with Project Joy Live. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Farron and I are going to continue down the rabbit hole of integrity, talking about our authority in it and what that means. And so we'll be live at 6 p.m. tomorrow night on the Breakthrough Show Network. Also on Wednesday, I am so pumped. And let me tell you why. Because here on Project Joy Live, the mystic himself, Jamad Emmanuel, is coming home to the Breakthrough Show Network. I am so pumped, you guys. Jamad was one of my first panelists on the Breakthrough Show back when the Breakthrough Show was just a little baby and not a network and not anything else, but he's coming home, you guys, and I'm so excited. It is going to be so high vibe on Wednesday, so fire. You do not want to miss this, okay? Promise me you're going to be here 8 a.m. on Wednesday, because it's going to be a whole vibe. And then you go about your day and you come back here to the Breakthrough Show Network at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for a new episode of Divine DNA. They're celebrating their anniversary. They're talking about tips for longevity and continuing with their mental health awareness theme for this month. And so definitely tune into that 7 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Breakthrough Show Network. I want to thank you guys so much for being here with us today, for coming and bringing, I feel the joy so deeply today, and gratitude for it. Humble gratitude, because this weekend, truth be told, was super stressful for me. Super stressful. I was disconnected a little bit here and there because I had to be. But I'm so thankful that joy comes in the morning. And I know that I am it, and I can be it, and I can create it today. And I want that so badly for all of you as well. So thank you for being here this morning, for sharing in this triple shot of good vibes with me. And thank you, Dr. Loren, for being here this morning. And I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye.